Moses was a shepherd. He lived a simple life. But God had a big plan for him. God chose Moses to lead the Israelites out of slavery in Egypt. This was a huge task. Moses was afraid, he doubted himself, but God promised to be with him. Moses had to face a powerful Pharaoh. He had to lead a stubborn people. It was a journey full of challenges. But through it all, Moses talked to God. God guided him. God gave him strength. One day Moses saw a bush. The bush was on fire, but it was not burning up. God spoke to Moses from the bush. Can you imagine the surprise of Moses? God gave Moses his mission. He would free the Israelites. Moses was scared. He felt inadequate, but God reassured him. God promised to be with him. The burning bush was a sign. It showed God's power. It showed God's presence. Moses was never alone. God led Moses and the Israelites to Mount Sinai. God called Moses up the mountain. The people waited below. Thunder roared. Lightning flashed. The mountain trembled. God gave Moses the 10 Commandments. These were God's laws. They were rules for living. They were a covenant between God and his people. The people were in awe. They knew God was powerful. They knew God was holy. Section 4. A glimpse of the divine. Moses was close to God. He spoke to God face to face. He yearned for more. He asked God, "Show me your glory." God answered, "You cannot see my face. No one can see me and live." But God showed Moses his goodness. God hid Moses in a cleft of the rock. God's glory passed by. Moses saw God's back. It was a moment of incredible grace. It showed God's love and mercy. Section 5. A legacy forged in faith. Moses' encounters with God changed him. He became a great leader. He was strong and courageous. He was humble and compassionate. He led with faith and obedience. The people followed him. These divine encounters shaped a nation. The Israelites became God's chosen people. They were set apart for a purpose. They carried God's law and God's promises. They became a beacon of hope for the world. Moses never forgot his encounters with God. He reminded the people of God's power and love. He taught them to trust in God's plan. Moses' legacy lived on long after he was gone. His story inspires us to seek God. It reminds us that God is always near.